We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Chris Richardson Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, a good opening weekend for you guys. You split the West Liberty Tip-off tournament. Talk about the opening weekend overall and what you saw.
Yeah, learned a lot about our team, Zach. Learned, number one, that we were not ready to play Friday night, which is 100% on me as the head coach. And learned on Saturday, more importantly, that we got a really resilient group of kids. Just got beaten every facet of the game Friday night. Did not play hard. Probably gave them too much going into the first game, and maybe had them overthinking a little bit. And so scaled back a little bit on Saturday, focused more on the effort. And our guys, I mean, we've got so many veterans, guys that have been through it. They never panicked. We got in here Saturday morning, and they were ready to go and had great energy and just a completely different vibe about them on Saturday. And took that out to the playing floor for pretty much the entire 40 minutes. So really proud of the way they responded, and really like the way they've responded so far in practice this week.
And talk about that Saturday morning. You mentioned you come in after the loss. Well, how were you able to talk and get those adjustments made so you can have that successful Saturday game?
Well, I mean, I think everybody in our locker room knew after the game. There's not a whole lot of gray area after that one. You get beat by 20 plus, and you get out everything on the stat sheet. There's not a whole lot of gray area. There's not a whole lot of, well, if we would have just done this better. No, we had to play harder. And that's really the first time I've seen that from our team, where we had played like that. Practice, scrimmage, you name it. We really had not had an effort like that. So it was a little bit surprising. But I think what we learned is when we play really hard, which is who we've been all preseason, we can be really, really good. And we did that on Saturday. So really like the way, like I said, that we bounced back. And it really started immediately after the game. In the locker room, there's a ton of accountability. It was very quick turning of the page, got back down the hill. Guys got an ice bath, started getting recovery, and we were ready to go on Saturday.
And you mentioned those veterans on your team leading the way in that win. Sean Ely, 25 points at that point guard position. Talk about his leadership on the offensive side of the ball and kind of what it means to you guys.
Yeah, it's not just the points. He knows what we're looking for on both ends. We've challenged him defensively. We've challenged him to be more of a playmaker, and he's answered the bell on both of those, and we're going to continue to challenge him. And I have all the confidence in the world that he's going to continue to answer the bell in those two areas. I also think Will Gabbert, Alex Smith, Kurt Harrison hasn't been here very long, but he's become a real vocal presence. Even Zion Suddath, didn't play as much on Saturday as maybe he has in the past, but he was really intentional before the game, coming to me and said, look at our team today. We're completely different. And so that's what veteran teams are supposed to do. They're supposed to act in a mature way. They're supposed to take accountability when things go wrong, and they're supposed to do whatever it takes to fix it in as short amount of time as possible, and that's what those guys did.
And one thing I really noticed is a lot of guys getting in on the effort, as you mentioned, a bunch of guys off the bench, a bunch of starters as well. Having a team that can have so much depth, what does that do for you as you guys move through this preseason?
It just builds trust. Number one failure for most organizations is the absence of trust, and this team has a lot of trust in each other. And it's not just, I trust that if I pass this guy the ball, he's going to make the shot. Yes, that's part of it. But I'm guarding the ball. I trust if I'm doing my best and I happen to get beat that my teammate's going to have my back. I trust that when the shot goes up, my teammates are going to do their job, whether it's to go to the offensive glass or to get back. I trust that if I play as hard as I possibly can and somebody else has to come in, then he's going to play as hard as he can, and then it's my turn again. And so that trust was really evident on Saturday, and it's been evident, like I said, most of the preseason.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, guys, getting ready to continue that non-conference schedule this week with Slippery Rock at home on Wednesday night. Talk about what it's going to be like first being back in your home gym.
We love playing at home. Even our scrimmage that we had at home, it was a close scrimmage, but we tried to treat it exactly like we were going to treat a regular home game. Our guys really embraced that and bought into it. We've got new rims in the McDonough Center, new lighting. There's a lot of exciting things going on campus, and you can see it literally the minute you walk into the building when it's brighter. So we're excited to be back at home. Hopefully we get a great turnout from campus and in the community. I know our guys are excited to be playing in the gym that they practice in every day. And one thing that I really like about our schedule this year is we do have more home games than we have had the past couple of years. So excited to play at home, but Slippery Rock's very talented, very well coached, and it's going to be a big challenge for us.
And looking at this matchup against Slippery Rock, a third straight PSAC opponent to start the year. Talk about their matchup and kind of what they bring to the table.
Yeah, they're very experienced. They've got older guys. They've got big athletic wings. They've got guys inside that really buy into doing what they're asked to do, which is score around the basket, rebound, defend, set good screens. and they play really well together as a team. And Ian Grady, who's their head coach, has been a head coach there for a number of years. My first year of coaching, he was our starting 5-man at Fairmont State. And I think when you watch them play, you see a team that reflects Ian all the way back to his days as a player, because he played with some really talented individual players, and his job was to make their job easier, whether that's screening, rebounding, get him the ball, be able to score and help out scoring when his man helped on the play. That's how Ian played, and that's a lot how they play. Whatever it takes to get the job done on offense or defense, they do. So we got our hands full Wednesday night. They're a really good team, NCAA tournament caliber team, and we're gonna get another test right out of the gate here.
And finally, talk about your goals. Obviously, you guys get the win on Saturday, so that first win's off your belt. Talk about some of your goals for Wednesday night.
Yeah, just continue to get better, continue to play to our identity, continue to have trust on each other on both ends of the court. We had 32 assists over 2 games this weekend. That was a positive from the weekend. Really did a good job sharing the ball. Have to continue to do that, and have to continue to defend at the level that we defended on Saturday. I thought that was a difference in the game for us, was we were able to get the game into a situation where we could dictate it with our defense in the half court. We took care of the ball. We took good shots. We shared the ball. We were able to get the game into the half court and on defense, which is what we feel right now has been the strength of this team. So continue to play to that identity, continue to handle the adversity of the game as it comes, and continue to handle success as it comes too. So like I said, Slippery Rock, we're going to have our hands full, but first and foremost, we have to continue to focus on who we are and playing to who we are and doing what we do.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.